the ADL is going after mods in video games. So what's the big deal? So the Anti-Defamation League calls himself basically a far left organization that it's ironic that they call anything they disagree with hateful. You know, for the past couple of years, they have actually won and they have actually beaten the right, the Anti-Defamation League. But I think the time is gonna be up because I think people just are starting to know who the Anti-Defamation League truly is. Basically, they're a far left organization that basically, quote unquote, talks about hate stuff in video games and try to censor stuff in America. That's basically what they do. Okay, so basically, that's why watching stuff about World War II. You can't ever talk about World War II at all, which is kind of strange. You can't mention, you can't, especially if you want to be actually historically accurate and not censor stuff. Basically, a lot of the censorship around World War II comes from the ADL, as well. So basically, they have called itself basically when hate proliferate. It's funny, hate only goes one way. Okay, you know, hate is on both political sides. I wish this ADL really realizes there's hate on both sides. There's extremism on both left and the right. But of course, hate and extremism only goes in their eyes one way, okay? And they said that there's so many, that there's too many hateful profiles. 458 million profiles on Steam apparently are hateful, and 610 million comments on the PC game platform. Yes. So basically, they found out white supremacist and anti-Semitic and very hate-filled content are common on Steam and community posts. And basically, it's the World War II stuff, and stuff. And apparently, Pepe the Frog. Yeah, I don't understand. Pepe the Frog became, ever since this, whole they considered hate. The whole thing where Pepe the Frog became hateful is from Hillary Clinton. Yes, that's where the whole thing started because Hillary Clinton said it's hateful. Okay, it's literally a frog drawn by a cartoonist, and Hillary Clinton said it was hateful. So it's hateful now, which is pretty funny. But of course, it's like the stuff that you expect to see that are considered hateful. But what about communist symbols? What about hateful symbols from Islamists? If hateful only goes towards the far right, what about far left hateful symbols? Because I bet there's tons of symbols the far left uses that would be considered hateful to some. Okay, same thing with Islam, with Islamist image, like the Islamic State flag. I won't be surprised if this video gets demonetized because but AI tool called Hatevision trained on identified extremist symbols, overlooked other political hate-filled images and stuff. And the Valve has guidelines prohibited hate speech and offensive video. And through the company's selective how it reinforces these, the ADL has also acknowledged this report. And yes, the ADL has done nothing but try to censor stuff on social media. And for a long time, they have gotten all these big companies, such as Disney, such as Google, such as, Facebook and Reddit, which, again, with Reddit, it isn't too hard, to basically just censor people who disagree with the ADL. I think it's important to, if we really want true freedom of speech, we should allow people of all political walks of life, whether we agree with them or not, allow them to speak. And if their opinions are wrong, we make fun of them and we keep them in the friends, and that could be globally, accepted views. The reason why people are so-called, getting radicalized is because of stuff like the ADL censoring people and banning people off online. And of course, it's ironic to going after the gaming community after Trump won. Ironic to going after the gaming community. Probably the community the ADL hates the most is the gaming community, because they see the gaming community as probably the most hateful community in the world. I wouldn't be surprised if gamers get even more radicalized because of stuff like this. Because gamers just want to play games. That's all they want to play. Okay, I bet half of these profiles are people just playing Pepe the Frog profiles. I don't really think many people are playing Nazi and swastikas on the profile. Maybe some people from India, because in India, that's considered like a symbol of their religion. Jin. But I think the type about the one that the mustache man used. Okay, who we're talking about, the Austrian painter. You know, as well. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think the ADL should ban people off of Steam for disagreeing with them for, you know, or, do you think that people should have the right? Because it's protected by the First Amendment that people have the right, as long as it's not breaking the law, to speak, have, their voice heard, even if you agree with them or not. Especially if you like Pepe the Frog, like, what's the deal with Pepe the Frog? Like, honestly, and also they even tried to censor Shrek at one point. YouTube did, I remember that. But I think YouTube finally fixed that problem, knowing how popular Shrek is. But yeah, that's what this video here. Goodbye.